Oh, I thought it was supposed to be raining this morning.
I know!
Sunshine! Oh, wow. Today, we're talking about why we bought the farm.
We haven't bought the farm yet, but we're gonna tell you why we went all the way from Oregon to Pennsylvania to Missouri
With a few stops in between.
To buy a farm.
To live sustainably in place, there are a few things that you need to do so you can make it happen the way you want to.
4 of them, actually.
Yeah, not a few, but 4. A few 4.
A few 4.
The first one.
You got to eat correctly. So, what does that have to do with living on a homestead? Everything!
Everything. Where do you get the food that's the right food to eat? You can go to the store, you can go to the farmers markets. You may be able to get the right stuff and you may not. You gotta know what the good stuff is. You might be able to do that. A lot of people have to do that. But what we're suggesting is, on a homestead, you can grow food the way you want it grown and have it be nutrient dense and the best possible that it can be. That's why we homestead. But if you can't do that, grow what you can where you are and find somebody who's growing it right and buy it from them.
We have so many places on this farm to grow food. You might not. You may just have one little container, and so you might grow food in that. But or you may have a bag to grow in and grow your lettuce in that. Or you may have an entire field and lots of them, like we do, to grow our food in that.
What you have to keep in mind is a lot of the cheap foods that you can buy that have all kinds of who knows what in them, they're gonna make you sick.
Sick.
Then you have medical bills. Your food is not cheap when that happens.
Cheap food is not cheap.
No. There's a big cost. You don't pay it at the grocery store. You pay it later.
So, why live sustainable?
You know,
I mean, what if we don't like it?
Here's the thing you have to keep in mind. If you gotta like what you're doing. I mean, if you are just kind of getting by and you're like, oh, I gotta do this because this is all I can do, but I don't like it. Wow, that's not sustainable, because every day you get up and you're just like, oh, another day. I'm gonna sleep in a little bit today. You gotta love it.
That's called depression.
That's called depression. That's not sustainable. Things are only gonna get worse. They're not gonna get better when you do that. What we're talking about is you have to have something that you're looking forward to each day, something that you're excited about. So when you get up in the morning, instead of just saying, oh, I don't want to get up, you're saying, wow, it's a brand new day, yay, I get another day. You've got to be able to do that.
I love it when he does that.
You've got to love your day. You've got to be doing things that you really love, that you're passionate about. And when you do that, it's sustainable, because you're going to find ways to make it work, and it's going to pull you through the day and into the next day, and you'll be able to do more and more and more, and you'll get healthier physically and emotionally.
So really, that brings us to number 2, which is emotional wellness, because there's a whole bunch of it up here, and there's a whole bunch of it in being able to do stuff. Now, we've had some downs when we told us we couldn't close. And so you know what I did? I got a scrubbing rag, and I scrubbed and scrubbed, and I went and
there's nothing better for getting
chopped wood.
A dirty house clean than having something to get you all upset. And you get that energy, you're gonna take out your aggressions. She's really getting this place clean.
So emotional wellness is another part of our steps. You have to take walks. You have to find a beautiful place that you like. Look, look, look. Look at those beautiful branches. Do you know, I woke up this morning and outside my bathroom window was this little tiny bird perched on a tree, and he said good morning to me. It's so awesome. You gotta look for the moments. And if you are suffering from depression, real dark depression, get help. But change your food, because your food will help so much. Trust me.
They work together.
I used to have depression, and I understand what food does and does not do.
Things like what have happened to us recently in the whole process of this would have put her just down. She wouldn't have been able to do things. She'd have been incapacitated. But we made some choices, and that's what we're saying. Make the choices. Eat right and realize you can make a difference. Now, like she said, if it's extreme, get help. You don't need to stay that way. You can have help. You can fix it, but it's fixed with food, attitude, and in many cases, professional help. Don't ignore that. But the next one
is
exercise.
Exercise.
A lot of people who are farming, they and homesteading, they say, wow, you know, I get all kinds of exercise. And in fact, I had this very discussion with Justin Rhodes. And I convinced him that, okay, yeah, you get more exercise than the guy who's watching TV all day and not doing anything. But there are going to be a lot of muscles, a lot of muscle groups, a lot of joints that you're not doing anything with while you're doing your homesteading and your farming. And then when you need them, they're not ready, and you try to do something that you're not capable of doing, and you hurt yourself. You don't want to do that. So you got to be exercising. So I'm going to show a couple of my favorite exercises that can help, just as examples of what you can do. Okay. So one of the most important parts of your body is going to be your core. So that's this part of your body.
Which, by the way,
and then back in
we
here.
both got less strong core because of the stress that we've been putting ourselves through. Stress also causes a belly.
Yes, the two work against each other. So I want to show a couple of exercises. You need to do a lot of exercises that keep you going, keep you getting stronger. So just one, and there's so many. But this is what I really like, because it combines a couple of different movements. You're going to get your arms and your core and your legs. So we're going to start with these weights. We're going to do a squat, putting the weights down to the ground, and then we take them up. So you see all that we're doing here? Legs back, and we're keeping our core engaged. We're keeping it tight. And we do these. You can do like 15 in a set, and work yourself up to where you can do 3 sets with like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
If you can start with one, start with one.
If you can only start with doing a couple of these, that's fine, but you'll work your way up to 3 sets. 3 sets of 15 each. That's what you want to work up to. And you can increase the weights over time. Don't try increasing the weights and the quantity. First you work yourself up to where you're doing the full 15, 3 different sets with a break in between so you can recuperate, get those muscles built back up. And then once you can do that, then you increase the weights. But don't try to increase more than 5% a day. And you might do, whatever you're doing, start like for a week. But take your time.
He'll be doing Regenerate,
yes.
Don't degenerate again. You see that barn back there? We want to hold an exercise group back in there, and we're going to bring you with us. So we have big plans for the exercise.
I have a channel called Regenerate, Don't Degenerate, and it's where I do exercises now.
He hasn't done them for at least a month and a half.
Yeah, but we're going to get those, they're there, but we're going to start doing them daily so we can give you exercises to do that you can do right now so you can get yourself stronger.
The 4th component of sustainable living is to live on a homestead. Your homestead may be your backyard.
Maybe you can just grow one little pot on your deck. That's still homesteading. The point is to do what you can with what you have and make the most of it.
Now, we have chosen to buy land and a barn and a house that we can actually live on and grow on. and be sustainable. But there are some things that we have to do in order to make it okay for us to do that as we gain years. One of them is we're using a different kind of log splitter. Now we have a picture of Jim doing it with the axe, which is fun and he likes it, but it does wear him out and it's kind of hard. I can't.
Dangerous.
And dangerous, and I can't do it at all. And then we have a picture of him doing it with the Logasol, which is a smart product, which you can see the link below if you want to get one of those. We have to find equipment and different sources in order to make our bodies be okay.
Now, as you know, we haven't got to start farming here yet, and as we do, as we start doing projects to get the gardens ready, to start working with our animals, whatever we might do, we're going to buy the tools and the equipment that can help us do it. We're also going to set up systems that decrease how hard it is. You can't totally get rid of work.
So follow us. We know there's so many people out there our age who want to do this. Follow us, and each day we'll be showing you things as we get them and we bring them onto the farm and we grow our food and we get our animals. We're going to show you ways to save your bodies, because this is the blast. This is a blast.
Yes, it is. We love it. And by doing these things, you can do them longer and better.
All right.
That's the point.
Battery's running out. Gotta go. Love you. Please subscribe.
Share.
And we'll see you tomorrow.